Hello friends, from today we are starting our syllabus. Today's class is on chemical reaction. So let's come and understand what a chemical reaction is. Chemical reaction. Chemical reaction when one or two or more substances react with each other and form one or more new substances with different properties with different properties. The process is called chemical reactions. The process is called chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction there are two parts. Number one, reactants. Number two, products. So now the question is, what are reactants and what are product? Reactants, the substances that take part in a chemical reactions, and the substances formed as a result of chemical reactions. Product. So reactants and products, we can understand these reactants and products with the help of these two suitable examples. Number one, sorry. Number one, when hydrogen and chlorine comes in contact. Here hydrogen is reactant, chlorine is also reactant. When these two different atoms comes in contact, they will form hydrogen chloride. What? Hydrogen chloride. Here hydrogen is reactant, chlorine is reactant, and HCl is product. Another example is calcium carbonate. When calcium carbonate breaks, it will change into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Here calcium carbonate is reactant and calcium oxide is product. Carbon dioxide is also product. What a calcium carbonate? The calcium carbonate is also found in a chalk and also found in the outer covering white layer of egg. In chemical reactions, there are certain identifications. Chemical reactions, there are certain identifications which can be observed during a chemical reaction. Number one, evolution of gas. There are certain chemical reactions. During the chemical reactions, gas will evolve. Let us understand with the help of these examples. When zinc react with H2SO4, it will form ZnSO4 plus H2. In this reactions, here H2 is gas, so we can show the hydrogen as a gas with the help of upward arrow. Another example is Na2CO3. When Na2CO3 react with twice molecules of hydrogen chloride, it will form twice molecules of NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Here in these examples, CO2 also is a gas and we can denote upward arrow for gaseous molecules. Number two identification is formation of precipitate. There are certain chemical reactions. During that chemical reaction, precipitation is formed. What a precipitate? Precipitate is a solid substance that is formed and separates out from solution during a chemical reaction. Let us understand with the help of suitable examples. When barium chloride react with sulfuric acid, it will form barium sulfate plus twice HCl. In this reaction, barium sulfate is as a precipitate and we can denote precipitate with the help of downward arrow. Another example for precipitate, formation of precipitate, when NaCl, sodium chloride, comes in contact with AgNO3, silver nitrate, the product will be AgCl as a precipitate and NaNO3 as a byproduct. Here we can also understand reactants and products. Zinc reactant, H2SO4 reactant, and the right side product of the arrow is called product. Another identification, number 3, change in temperature, change in color, and change in state. So let us see change in color. When citric acid, this is citric acid, when citric acid comes in contact with potassium permanganate, or we can say when we poured citric acid, lemon juice on potassium permanganate, then the color of potassium permanganate disappears. So we can say that in this reaction color is disappeared or color has been changed from potassium permanganate. Citric acid plus potassium permanganate is the example of change in color. Another identification is change in temperature. Change in temperature. That means temperature can either increase or decrease. Let us understand change in temperature identification from this example. When quicklime comes in contact with water, or we can say when we pour water on quicklime, it will change into slacked lime plus heat is released. Heat is released. So we can say the reaction in which heat is released, known as that reaction is known as what? Endothermic reaction. Here this is calcium oxide, that is quicklime, plus water change into calcium hydroxide plus heat. Heat is released in this reaction, so we can say this reaction is exothermic reaction. Another example for change in temperature is when ammonium chloride, twice molecules of ammonium chloride comes in contact with barium hydroxide, it will change into barium chloride plus ammonia plus water. Here in these reactions, when this reaction takes place, heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed. That means the reaction in which heat is absorbed is known as endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction, very important for the board exams. These two examples, exothermic and endothermic reactions. And the another example or identification for the chemical reaction is change in state. There are certain chemical reactions in which state of substances will change. Let us understand with the help of these examples. Burning of candle. When we burn candle, it changes from solid to liquid and gases also. As a liquid, water is formed, and as a gas, carbon dioxide is formed. So let us understand all about chemical reactions. What a chemical reaction is: reactant, products, plus their identifications, that is evolution of gas, formation of precipitate, change in color, change in temperature, change in state. So students, if you understand this topic or like this video, you may subscribe our channel, YouTube channel, Dr. CS Chemistry Hub, and on Facebook, Dr. CS Chem Hub. You may follow me on Facebook or subscribe me on YouTube. Thank you.